which is a home to the Adi Kailasa ship, which is going to be the only savior from this corona pandemic, the third wave of which is going to onset into this country in September and October. What's happening? Let us have a brief look. One can see over here. You may wonder, what are these few leaves left to dry? Yes, they are extremely special herbal leaves, and they are the constituents of the kashayam, or the herbal drink, which is meant to provide one protection from corona. How? By building the body's inherent immune system. One saw how the debilitating effects of the drugs, of the medicines, of the various so-called chemicals pushed into the body are debilitating the human immune system. To counter that, or to not have to have that, both ways, preventive and curative, we have these precious herbal leaves, which are going to make into the making of the kashayams and the various herbal drinks which are meant to build one's immune system. We have these precious herbal leaves, which are going to make into the making of the kashayams and the various herbal drinks which are meant to build one's immune system.
So regularly, every single day, all the COVID care protective participants, whoever has come here to protect themselves from COVID, every single person is given this herbal drink to ensure that they are completely immune, they are completely protected from COVID.
Every single seed is grown, and not just actually like physically grown. Many of them just grow naturally because the sacred feet of Bhagavan have touched this soil. So here, precious rare plants just grow like that. And all of these are here aiding us to fight this pandemic. And not now, but years before, all these sacred plants and herbs have been growing and have been grown in the sacred space of Adi Kailasa to prepare one for this COVID Care Protection Center.
You can see how these, even the herbal drink is made with natural firewood. Every single thing that we do in Adi Kailasa, it's all about bringing together natural flavors, natural means of preparing things. So everything is environmental friendly and sustainable practices. That is always the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has encouraged, and he has ensured that we always follow that. And these herbal drinks are specially prepared. This particular
No other nation which can have this claim to fame that every single minister, probably majority of the citizens, are all only on a volunteering capacity. Why? Because the whole family is ideological. The whole nation is civilizational. Revival of Sanatana Hindu Dharma as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, has revealed, is revealing, will continue to reveal the various
space, indoor spaces, is being completely converted as accommodation units, and all the volunteers and Kailaya-vasis, everybody is coming together to serve the whole humanity, to protect themselves from COVID. And all of us are driving inspiration, guidance, micromanagement, every single thing from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
everything from a simple pranayama like Anuloma Viloma to Brahmari Pranayama. All this is part of the lifestyle of Adi Kailasa. So, what Bhagwan has been teaching all of us is now it become probably like a requisite, a mandatory requirement for people outside to survive. It is no longer a so-called exotic luxury to do.
So that is a sad state of affair where you are denied the basic medical facility. At some stage you need to, yes, I have done everything that I can to my loved being, to so they're saved from this pandemic attack, but that is being denied to people today. They are struggling to find a hospital bed in the nearest facility. So 4 days he was suffering, and the whole family was in complete distress. And after that, they've lost the father-in-law in the ambulance itself. So that, like this, there are thousands and thousands of stories, and I'm sure all the viewers who are watching today, either they are part of that story or they know somebody who has a similar story, similar experience, which they cannot even describe in words. So Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, wants to ensure that every single being is taken care. So for that reason, day and night, the work is happening in Adi Kailasa experience, which they cannot even describe in words. So Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, wants to ensure that every single being is taken care. So for that reason, day and night, the work is happening in Adi Kailasa to ensure that every being is being accommodated, and they feel they are taken care spiritually, mentally, and in all possible ways in Adi Kailasa's protective, preventive, multi-layer quarantine facility.
नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् Parashakti. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
/ Kailasa Care.
Paramashivananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham
Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream,
Of the experience of the devotees, disciple, followers all around the world, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva and initiated by Bhagavan, authentically manifesting whoever comes to the Kailash courtyard
तुल्यं तक्षणात् गत्वा तल्लया तन्मयो भवेत्.
Beautifully, Paramashiva says, just fix your sight inside a pot or other object with single pointed awareness, dropping the idea of the object having the any length, breadth, enclosure, characteristics, form, shapes, or support. At the very moment the yogi absorbs into the depth of the object instantaneously, enters into the space of uniting, and absorption into the complete oneness happens. Bhagavan beautifully clearly states how we can experience the power of third eye, the manifestation way of existence, the superconscious breakthrough in each of us. How the single pointed awareness is not concentration, is not some thinking about one particular thing, but holding your higher integrity as your identity. Your higher integrity is Paramashiva, but you as deluded as so and so, the degrees that you got or the skills that you got or the societal space that you have been experiencing, all that identities which you form is a lower identity, is a delusion version of your identity. You are Paramashiva, Paramashanta Swarupa, the omniscience, omnipresent, all who you are. Then why are you deluded with all these things? How are we to reconcile of them? Then the yogi is absorbed into the depth. It is not we possess something, but how the sleep just takes away and puts us into the deep sleep, or the dream just takes away from what we are lying down. When we are in the dream, we don't realize, hey, I am lying down in this bed in this place, I'm so and so. No, we are in that possesses us, dream possesses us, and deep sleep possesses us. Same way Bhagavan says, when authenticity possesses us, the ultimate space opens up as reality. Each one of us, when Bhagavan gives the blessing, each one of us have to have that beautiful space into the superconscious space. Each of these beautiful references tell us the possibility that we are. Today we'll be looking at the power of nature, how the plants, how the whole science understand us. Not just we are here in the planet, there's so many things in the planet which also responds to us in a very beautiful way. That is why in Ramayana, even though Rama only showed his human space, he did not show the extraordinary space. But when he was liberating Akalya, or he was liberating the Garuda, he was in the Vishnu space and liberating the whole thing. Each of these avatars come down and simply remove all that which is troubling us to go into the superconscious space and liberate us from that birth and death cycle. Constantly we are caught up with the death. This is because we are caught up with the mind. Only mind can die. Consciousness cannot die. So if you are consciousness, how can you die? Bhagavan beautifully says this inside a pot or any other object. Beautifully they have said, inside a pot, if there is water and the sun reflects, the pot thinks I am the sun and starts acting his life. It is the foolishness of the pot. But if it understands whether it is a pot or a bucket or a cup, the reflection is coming from the sun, the source, and then the whole pot becomes so alive. Took the water, made sure it does not spill one bit of water, and goes around the hill and comes back. And he says, see, I have proven I have bhakti. And then Vishnu says, what were you thinking? And then Narada goes, oh my God, I was thinking the pot should not spill the water and I have to be careful and I should not step anywhere or trip anywhere. That's what we are stuck in that. Bhagavan beautifully says, what we perceive, understand, it has not become our potential reality. He uses the potential reality that it becomes our lifestyle. While thinking, are we using the cognition of Paramashiva, or are we thinking of just what we know as our cognition? That is what Vishnu wanted to bring in Narada, and he said, "Well, what happened to your bhakti?" And then Narada understood. That is why we need Jnana Vairagya Bhakti, the authenticity and the integrity, to understand how the context, what is the context I need to live? Am I living continuously in that context? Am I soaked in the Paramashiva space? And am I doing every action from that context? Then the bhakti, the gratitude flowers inside us. If we only get into involved in everything, every detail of what is happening physically, then only we understand how important something is. Otherwise, we never context. Am I soaked in the Paramashiva space? And am I doing every action from that context? Then the bhakti, the gratitude flowers inside us. If we only get into involved in everything, every detail of what is happening physically, then only we understand how important as sacred as any other deity for us and manifesting our reality. And this is from the Padma Purana, chapter 103. Let's hear from Bhagavan how beautifully he gives us a powerful cognitive shift in the Atma Pramana.
Are the Leelas of Bhagavan.
The Ashtakanma, the 8 actions I explained. I have completed the initiation of that 8 actions, means ability to stop, divide, and falling in tune, making that object to do what you want, ability to manipulate, ability to make it still, like these 8 abilities. Now, I'm going to initiate you. You will be able to do this 8 action with 8 objects. The first object, earth. Second, water. Third, fire. Fourth, air. Fifth, sky. Sixth, your own mind. Seventh, animals and plants. This is the major chunk of initiation. Aims of causing your and others' reality, 15 days. The last 1 week, you will go through Shivoham process, Nityanandoham process, and Shuddhadvaitam process. You will have at least major 6-7 Shuddhadvaitam initiations. So now the inner awakening is all about completion and experiencing Shivoham and manifesting the powers of Sadashiva. Please understand, the bioenergy, the Kundalini, I have programmed it with this Ashtakanma on 8 objects. See, the whole Agama, the Sivanyana Upanishad, that part which Sadashiva describes, when he described, he gave the process initiation, both. So I just picked up that process and initiation, programmed it into the bioenergy, Kundalini Shakti. Like a seed farm, I'm going to throw literally on every one of you. If it just settles on your biomemory, that's enough for me. After that, manifesting it, I can do it easily. So I just picked up that process and initiation, programmed it into the bioenergy, Kundalini Shakti. Like a seed.
Everything which is not negative thoughts, anything can easily remove from your mind, and the rose plant also automatically will remove the thorns just by one touch of Paramahansa Sri Nityananda Swami. So you also can.
So beautifully, the Balasans is explaining how if you drop your anger, the rose plant also drops the thorn, because the insecurity in the rose plant simply disappears when it knows that you are not going to harm, because you are in such a oneness space that you are become a part of it. So it doesn't have to try to protect it from you and simply become your friend. Plants respond to us in many ways. You can also see how Emoto have clearly shown that water crystal, when you are in gratitude space, how the crystals are formed. When you are angry, how horrible the crystals are showing the patterns. If you have fenugreek seed at home, you can test this. You can have 2 teacups and fill the dirt, mud, soil, and put some fenugreek seed. And whenever you chant or you are in Kailash Kotyat, nothing can be removed from us, nothing can be added. We will not get into all these chaos and create more confusion. Let's go to the guidelines for the power manifestation. If you have a plant, that's beautiful. If you do not have a plant, any tree or anything next to your place, that is quite wonderful. If you can relate to any of the tree, your house tree, your garden plants, or even as small as grass plant is perfectly fine. All we are going to do is ask the questions to the plants, any kind of questions, and see how they answer. If you can show something and say, this is a cell phone, answer to this question, and they say yes, and they shake their plant, that's beautiful. And for no, they don't. What is your strategic will? What is that you cognize as your reality? Not understanding, but which is that which you believe as your reality. Only which is reality will manifest as your beautiful happening. So, absolute unclutching from anything called thoughts. Do not have any words or any thoughts, only hold Paramashiva. Can I manifest any reality with that? Yes. All of us can have the ultimate level of manifestation when we understand the higher science, how we exist. Like a university professor says, you can do in your third eye. Devi's smile, Devi's beautiful eyes, your 25 heads, 75 eyes, and 50.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Jnananda Shiva's third eye, manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. Om Jnananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Om 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 Nityananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nityananda Paramashivam.
Please verify authentically. We'll have one more cycle. Let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Deeply connect to Bhagavan, Paramashiva, Parashakti, and ask any questions that you want, whether in this plane or any other questions that you want to know. And simply the plants will start responding, especially if you are a plant lover and the plant responds to many things, you will see extraordinary answers from the plant when you ask the plants to respond. So you can connect with the earth, plant, and simply Bhagavan says when you put your foot down and walk around your house, the plants, the vitamins that your body need grows in around you, your house, and Bhuma Devi gives all the plants that is nutritious to your body. It is by nature how it exists. So it's so beautiful that what the Mother Earth takes care of you in making the vitamins that is needed for your body through the plants. That is why Bhagavan says, grow your own vegetable, cook your own food to live the longest life. So that's the beautiful space. Now we'll have one more round of asking.
Om Nityananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivam. Om Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam.
Beautiful space of each of this, the prasada from Bhagwan himself. All these are happening if we understand the higher signs. We'll have such a gratitude, and gratitude simply opens up us to manifest all the powers. Again and again, if we intensely involve ourselves, we'll appreciate everything in this world that Bhagwan has created and not question or get angry or upset, but understand the higher science, higher reality, like how the teenage boy gets very upset with the parents, but the parents are doing the best for the kid. If you are the parent, then only you understand what you did to your parents. Until then, it has been like, why are they always boy gets very upset with the parents, but the parents are doing the best. Create your body every now and then, in spite of your mishandling the body to the core with all the toxins that you just dump in the system, not understanding why you came, where you have come, for what reason, and what time of your life. You are in the most beautiful space. If you're still in the session, just do Anga Pradakshina and do a Namaskara for yourself. Thank yourself first to sit here to understand this greater science. And Bhagwan is giving us all these greater truth again and again to raise us also. He doesn't say he's God, but he says, I'm also God, to make us understand that all of us can raise to the higher consciousness, super consciousness. And such a beautiful space of oneness, we can experience the higher reality instead of struggle with all the things which we are going through. Nothing is lost and nothing can be lost. Infinity cannot lose anything, and mind is not infinity to understand that. So going beyond the mind to understand the higher science, we need a person like that who can explain. That's what Bhagwan is showering on us. So with this, let's surrender all the powers and powerful cognition to Bhagwan's lotus feet and take few minutes to share in the tinyurl.com/power manifestation. Contribution is the best way to understand gratitude space. Only when you contribute, you understand how much it takes for every penny to happen in your life, every moment to happen in your life. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you so much. See you again after the darshan or after, and be there for more manifestation in your own space in each one of you, receiving